going on, guys? Welcome back to NBA 2K18. Round 2 of Supermax starts tomorrow. So while you guys are finalizing your teams, I thought now would be a good time to drop a video in which is all based on my opinion. Like I said, you can do whatever you want with your team, obviously. It's your choice. Do whatever you want with your team, but these are what, in my opinion, are the best Emerald cards in the game that give you the best bang for your buck salary cap wise, offensively, and defensively. So just an overall good card for your team for Supermax. Now, I'm not using all of them. I'm using a lot of them, not all of them. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you 2 cards per position. Should give you a total of 10 cards. Give you a good range of cards to choose from if you need a little help on your team. And hopefully, you find someone that you like, can help you get those victories later on. So guys, I'm not going to waste a lot of your time. We're going to go from point guard all the way down. Like I said, 2 players per position. Let's do it. Alright guys, starting off with the point guards, we're going to start with the Slim Shady 83 overall Indiana Pacers George Hill. Now he's got the right height for a point guard at 6'3". 79 driving layup is good, not great, but 92 draw foul, that is great. So if he does get into the hole, he's most likely going to get that foul call. Now, the shooting is absolutely amazing. He's got an 89 mid-range, a 92 three-ball, a 92 free throw to go along with that nice draw foul. And then he's got an 80 ball control, so with shoe, you can make him speed boosty if necessary. But coming on down to defense, I mean, he's the total package. He's got 80 defensive consistency, 83 on ball. He's got 82 pick and roll. Coming down, he's got a speed with ball, 85, 82 normal speed. I mean, he's pretty dang quick. This guy's got everything you need. 95 stamina. He's got 85 hustle. And the real kicker, only 176 salary cap. Guys, this card ranges anywhere. I mean, to me, it's worth anywhere from 8,000 all the way up to as high as 12,000. He's definitely worth it. Overall, just an amazing point guard. You gotta get him. The 83 Slim Shady George Hill.
Will the real Slim Shady please stand up? We're gonna have a problem here.
This next one, not too many on the market, and for good reason, because this card is an absolute beast. We got an 83 overall Emerald Deron Williams. 125 salary cap. That's absolutely phenomenal. Doesn't take up a lot of space, but let's check him out. 6'3", again, a nice height for him. He's got an 84 standing layup, 84 driving layup, so definitely getting a lot better when we're going to the hole here. He's got a 74 draw foul, so good, not great. He should get a decent amount of calls. But look at the offense. He's got an 84 open mid-range, 84 open 3-ball, 83 free throw, 89 ball control, so no shoe necessary here. He's already good to go with the speed boosting. He's got very good passing, all in the mid to upper 80s. Coming down to defense, it's good, not great. Anything in the 70s for me, especially when it comes to point guards in the 70s, is good. Just especially with these lower tiered cards. I mean, he's got a 75 on ball, 76 pick and roll, 80 help defense, not too shabby, and then speeds in the 80, again, that's going to be great for me. Anything in the 80s is definitely good. 83 speed, 84 speed with ball, 83 acceleration. He's got 90 stamina. Guys, this point guard right here, not too many on the market, and for good reason. Low in cap, got a good helping of offense, a little bit of defense, and got the speed. One of these guys should help your team out in the George Hill or the Deron Williams. Alright guys, moving on to shooting guards. This one actually comes off the bench for my team as of right now. He's an absolute monster, totally slept on. 82 overall New Jersey Nets, Courtney Lee. Now he does have a Memphis card as well. That's a little downgraded, but not by much. So either one, they're both super low on salary cap. This one's at 105. But let's take a look at him. 6'5", right there, good height for a shooting guard. But this guy just does it all other than one aspect. We'll go over that. Standing layup of an 80, driving layup 80. He's got a 58 draw foul, so obviously that's pretty low. But from what I've used him, he definitely goes to the line, so it doesn't show. It doesn't live up to that 58 draw foul. But the shooting is there. 88 mid-range, 85 3-ball, 84 free throw. Now this is where he lacks a little bit. Ball control. You can't make him speed roosty. He's not very good with the handles, but everything else, he's pretty dang good. He's got the offense. Now coming down here, he's locked down. 85 defensive consistency, 84 on ball, 85 pick and roll, 88 help defense. I love that. He's got an 82 speed, 83 speed with ball, acceleration of an 80, 82 vertical. Guys, this guy's your total package. He may not be able to dribble, but with the salary cap at 105, lockdown defense, and he's a freaking sniper, how could you go wrong? Now, this card's going anywhere from 12,000 and below. I would pay as high as 14,000 for a card of this caliber just because he's a Klay Thompson without the volume shooter badge. So, how could you not? Alright guys, moving on to our second shooting guard, it's Steve Smith, 83 overall, San Antonio Spurs edition. Now this one's got a little bit higher of a salary cap, but hey, if you're one of the guys that went out and got the Ruby but don't feel like you want to use 400, this is your next bet. Cut that in half. He's 6'7" at a shooting guard, oversized for a shooting guard. Could run him at shooting guard or small forward with that size if you wanted to, but let's check him out. He's got an 85 standing layup, 77 driving layup. He's got 76 draw fouls, so good, not great on the draw foul, but the shooting. Again, the shooting, he's got a nice release, 86 open mid-range. He's got an 84 3-ball, 85 free throw. I mean, I love that right there. That's awesome to me. And then coming down, he's got really good defense. He's got a defensive consistency of an 80, 84 on ball, 86 pick and roll, 85 help. Coming down, he is a little bit slower, so this one might need a speed shoe. You give him a +6 speed shoe, boost him up to an 81. That's doable. That's actually very good for a shooting guard. 81 with the shoe. Without it, 75 is still okay. I mean, Kyle Korver is like a snail out there. I think he's got like 60 or 50, so 75 seems a lot better than that, especially with this guy's shooting capabilities. He's got 70 strength, which isn't too bad at all, 95 stamina. Now, guys, this card is ranging anywhere from like the 8,000s all the way down to like the 5s. I would say anywhere in between there is definitely a good price. And 208 is a little bit on the higher side, but like I said, if you're a guy that went out and got the Ruby and still want his capabilities, but don't want to pay that 400 cap, hey, right here, cut it in half. Emerald 83 overall San Antonio Steve Smith, locking up and shutting down on the shooting guard position. Alright guys, moving on to the small forward position, we have an 82 overall Indiana Pacer Chris Mullin. Now this one is a little bit higher on the salary cap, but again, there are a couple goals that are out there that are go for 200 right now. 222, definitely not going to break the bank on the cap, but this one is a little bit on the pricier side, but for good reason. He's got the stats for it. Chris Mullin, 6'7". He's got a 78 driving layup, but a 90 standing layup, so if you get him in the post and he's under there, should be able to put that puppy in. But he's got a 54 draw foul, a little bit of a lower, but this guy, everybody knows him as Money Mullin. He's got the shooting stats. He's got an 82 open mid-range. He's got a 93 ball, 88 free throw, 70 ball control, so no speed boosting here. But you can really run Mullin at the shooting guard or the small forward. He's definitely got the size more for a small forward, though. Coming down, he's got a 93 shot contest, so he's got the defense when it comes to the shot contest. He's got a 73 steal, 75 defensively, 75 on ball, 76 pick and roll, 75 help. So he's good, not great on the defense, but the 93 shot contest makes me feel a lot better. So he's got a driving dunk, no driving dunk, but he's got a speed of 70-70. So like I said, I don't really use my small forwards out in transition like that. I know a couple of you guys do, but to me, Mullin can really go shooting guard or small forward. 70 speed, you're gonna need a speed shoe. It's gonna put him at a 76, so it'll make him a lot more usable in my opinion, but not too bad at all. But guys, with that defense, the shooting, the reaction time of a 98, which is definitely very good. See, he's got different defensive categories that he's really good in. Just some of the more main ones, he's a little bit lower. But I'm liking what I see here, not too much. It is a little bit more expensive, but as a small forward in an Emerald, not using a lot of cap, how could you go with Mr. Flat Top, Chris Mullin? Alright guys, for this next small forward, there were actually none on the market, but I don't want you thinking he's like super rare or anything. There are usually a couple on the market. I just happen to be bad timing. There are none on the market at this time, but this actually shows you everything that he is capable of, especially those hot zones. Look at those hot zones. The whole court is almost a hot zone for this guy. He's 6'9", so he can actually run him at stretch 4, even though he doesn't have a lot of good defensive rebounding. He's 6'9", so he should be able to snag a couple, I would think. But 80 mid-range, not too bad. 84 open 3-ball, 84 contested, 80 off the dribble. Shot IQ of an 85, 80 offensive consistency. He's got a 95 stamina. Now, the speed is a little bit on the lower side. 77 acceleration, 75 speed. With the speed shoe, he's going to be definitely a lot quicker for you. So this is going to be a guy I would recommend a speed shoe for. But a 75 vertical, that's actually really good, especially if you're going to try and play him at the 4. But he's got an 88 standing layup, 80 driving layup, 78 shot close, 70 driving dunk is actually not too bad at all. 74, excuse me, just a 70 draw foul. He's got 78 ball control, 78 passing accuracy. His defense is good, not great. It's right in the 70s. Like I said, anything in the 70s is definitely good enough for me, especially with these lower tiered cards. But the main thing I like about this card is he's also low. I think he's like 130. I think it's I think it's actually lower than what this screen suggests at 150. I think he's actually 132 if I'm not mistaken. So he's low cap, he's tall, he can drill the 3 ball, you can run him at the 3 or the 4. I mean, and look at those hot zones. He's going to be able to drill it. His release is similar to like a Nicholas Batum, Bradley Beal, so just a little bit longer. But when I ran him, I definitely didn't see any problems with it. I was able to find a card I liked a little bit better than him, and was able to squeeze in my Kevin Durant, which I was going to run him at the 4 if I wasn't able to keep the Kevin Durant, but was able to find a couple other cards to make it work. But if not, I would use this 83 Emerald Dallas Chandler Parsons all day, especially if you're a guy that likes that offense. On to the power forwards, we got 81 overall Rockets Chris Horry. Now this card is for the stretch 4, absolutely. He's 6'10", so he's got good size. He's about as tall as Kevin Love in comparison. He's got an 84 standing layup. He's got 72 driving layup. Coming down, he's got 76 post control, 65 drop foul, so a little bit on the lower side, but 76 mid-range is definitely doable, but an 84 3-ball, that's what makes him the perfect stretch 4, especially being 6'10". He's about as tall as DeAndre Jordan at a stretch 4. So I like that right there. He's got a 78 free throw, so if he does go to the line, he'll make it most of the time. No ball control, but hey, how many guys are, I'm not dribbling with my power forward very often. He does have a 72 defensive rebound, which is definitely pretty good. If we compare him over to Kevin Durant, Kevin Durant's rebound is barely better, but this guy's taller, so he's definitely got, the capabilities of snagging a few bounds. He's got a 60 block, 75 steal is actually pretty good, and then back in the 70s with the defense. So I like that right there. He definitely can play decent defense, has the size, can, definitely spread the floor. The only thing is he is pretty slow. Now, I know a lot of you guys like the speed. You're running gun, a lot like my style, but I know a lot of you guys use Dirk Nowitzki and different guys, what's his name? I can't think of his name. It doesn't matter. Well, Dirk Nowitzki is a perfect example. He's slow, but when he's open, he's going to knock it down. Robert Horry's got a little bit of a quick release, but I happen to like the quick release. Once you get it down, it's money. That thing's going in. He's got a 75 vertical, and that's another thing. He jumps higher than Kevin Durant. Being that size, he's going to snag a lot more bounds for it. 88. Guys, I'm telling you, if you're looking for a stretch 4, this guy's not expensive. I'm seeing him right now in the 3,500s. Not too shabby at all. You learn the release, you got it made in the shade, and you got a nice little stretch 4 in 81 overall, Robert Horry. All right, the next one we're going to use for another stretch 4 is 81 overall Sam Perkins. Now, a little bit smaller than Robert Horry at 6'9", but this guy gets it done. He's got an 84 standing lift, 50 driving lift. He's definitely not quick at all, so I wouldn't expect you guys to drive with him at all. He's got 69 draw fouls, so that's almost at 70. That's okay for me. He's got a 79 mid-range, definitely good for a big guy. He's got an 87 3-ball, so again, a nice little stretch 4 to kick it out to the wing if you're in trouble. Pop, out to the wing, splash. That's what this guy does. 87 3-ball, 82 free throws. So if he goes to the line, you don't have to worry about him. He's going to hit a majority of his free throws. Now, he does have great defensive capabilities. He's got 82 box out, 79 offensive rebound, 81 defensive rebound. That's awesome right there for a stretch 4. He's got 75 pass perception. He's got 85 defensive consistency, 75 on-ball D, 75 pick and roll, 77 help defense. So he's doing it from all ends. He's got the offense. He's got a little bit of defense there. He's got a standing dunk of a 70. The only thing, again, he's kind of slow. But like I said, You know, I run Dirk, I run some of these bigger guys that can shoot the ball. I mean, Porzingis isn't necessarily super quick either, but a lot of people like him because of his size and he stretches the floor. Exactly what you can do here with this Sam Perkins. His vertical is a little bit on the lower side of a 46, but like I said, I like that defense. 78 hustle, 76 reaction time. Guys, either between Robert Horry or Sam Perkins, you got to get one of these guys. It looks like you can get him for about 4K. So anywhere from like the 3 to 4K for Sam Perkins or Robert Horry. If you're trying to stretch that floor, these guys will knock it down for you. Alright guys, moving on to the last position in the center. I'm actually using him right now. He has a Ruby card, but this guy is a hidden secret. 83 overall, Kevin Willis. Now, yes, I know he is a power forward, but with his size, I'm running him at center. Not only is he 7 foot, as you can see right here, 7 foot, but he is also only 114 in salary cap. That is unbelievable. A 7-footer has a Ruby card. This card is overpowered. You gotta get him. 95 standing layup, 77 driving up. He's got a 92 post hook, 85 post control, 84 draw foul. He's got an 89 shot close, mid-range of a 70, and then he's got a 69 3-ball. Guys, with a 3-ball shoe of +6 on this card, he's got as good of a 3-ball as the standard Kevin Durant without shoe in his 75. So yeah, you got to stretch big already. He's got an 80 free throw, so if he gets nailed, he's going to be able to hit the free throw. He's got an 88 box out, 84 offensive rebound, 85 defensive rebound. He's snagging the bounds. He's got a 70 block, which is good, not great, but the defense is the only thing lacking on the card, but everything else, to me, in my opinion, makes up for that lack of defense. As long as you play good on ball, you should be okay. He's got a standing dunk of a 95, so quick dish in, he's throwing it down, especially at the size that he is. Again, a little bit slower. I don't know many quick centers. There aren't a lot of them. So, I mean, that's not a big issue for me. But everything else, he's got a 78 strength, 75 stamina. Guys, with the size, with the shooting, the way he can stretch the floor, I don't know how you could go wrong with 114 salary cap and a big guy that can knock down free throws and stretch the floor and being 7 foot. This is a no-brainer. I would pick him up anywhere, like, I don't know. His price has definitely risen today. So I would say the most I would spend on him is about 14K. But it's a 14K well worth spent. Guys, wrapping up the list here with our last center, an 83 overall Karl Towns. This card is a little bit higher on the cap at a 280, but if you're going to go big on a center without using a Sapphire or a Ruby, this is the guy you want to use. 7 foot, so he's got the size, 90 standing layup, 79 driving layup. He's got a 76 post hook, 84 post control, 74 draw foul. Not too shabby at all, but the main thing that is nice about this card is his offense. 80 mid-range, 74 3-ball, so definitely can stretch the floor if you run that 5-out offense or just looking for a guy that you can kick it out to if you're in a last-second situation. 75 free throw. He's got 82 defensive rebound. Offensive is a little bit low at a 69, but the 82 defensive is good enough for me. He's got a 61 block, which is a little bit low, but everything else, as far as the defense, is going to be a little bit on the lower side, but his speed and his offense, to me, make up for his lack of defense. He's got an 87 standing dunk. He's got 75 speed. Yeah, look at compared to Shaq and some of the bigger centers out there like George Marison, Manu Bull, all these super tall guys that are deathly slow. This guy's zooming right by him. Like I said, with his offense and his speed, definitely makes up for his lack of defense. But he's got a 65 vertical, 75 strength, 98 stamina, so he can go the distance. 91 hands. He's not getting it ripped very easy. Guys, this card, like I said, if you're not trying to use a Ruby or a Sapphire, you got a little bit of extra cap space and want to splurge, 280 is a little bit on the higher side, but you're getting an overpowered center that's fast and stretches the floor with good size. I don't see a problem here. Like I said, 12.5, anywhere from like 10 to 12,000, as high as 13,000 is what I paid for this one. But guys, that is the Beast centers, and they're going to get the job done for you offensively and snag those bounds. Alright guys, that is going to conclude the list of the best emeralds in the game. Again, in my opinion, obviously, some of you guys are not going to agree. That's okay with me. Like I said, I tried to choose the best emeralds in the game that had one good salary cap so it doesn't take up a lot of your space. 2, a good overall offense, and 3, a good overall defense. So obviously every card is going to have a weakness, whether it's bad defense, bad speed, or doesn't have a 3-ball, doesn't have a free throw, something of that nature. That's why they are emeralds. That's not why they're rated in the diamond, sapphire tier, because those are cards that have everything. Being an emerald, they are going to have a few weaknesses, so you got to pick and choose which weaknesses you're okay with. But I hope this list helped you. If you were having a hard time filling a couple of the last spots before round 2 starts tomorrow, this is really what that video was for, or just any of the rounds. These are all going to be good. I don't know what their caps are going to be raised to in the next round if they get raised, but as of right now, these are the best emeralds I think that are going to best help your team offensively, defensively, and just overall, and keeping that cap as low as possible. So guys, if you enjoyed the video, leave the video a thumbs up, hit the subscribe button if you're new, and Richie Nation, party on.